One of the reasons why most people are not successful in their life, they're not happy, they're not confident, they're insecure, they're down, they're not fulfilled, is because they're not willing to humble themselves and go through that process of failing, getting embarrassed, potentially being judged, being laughed at, being doubted, getting back up with the hurt, with the heartache, with the pain, with the sadness and the sorrow, and trying harder and not giving up until you overcome that. Most people get stuck there, and I know that because I was one of those people for the first 15 years of my life. I was so insecure, I was so upset, I was so down, so depressed, I had no confidence, no self-belief, very low self-worth, a poverty mindset, not just financially but emotionally. Didn't want to try new things because I was so scared to fail, always protecting myself, always self-sabotaging, always entertaining in destructive, negative, toxic behavioural patterns around negative people, thinking negative, talking negative. And the truth was, I was afraid of pain because obviously, like all of us, I experienced it in my childhood. Disappointment, heartache, teasing, bullying, being criticised, and I was so afraid. I was so frightened of experiencing emotional pain, sadness, sorrow or judgment or feelings of I'm not good enough that I didn't try, I didn't work hard. I could never get beyond that pain point, and I was always looking for an easy way out. I was always hoping someone would give me a quick fix, but it never happened until I listened to a message from a man called Les Brown, and the first couple of words in his story made me cry. I cried because I believed in myself when I was listening to his talk, and he said, your failure way to success. You know, you have to work hard, you will achieve greatness as possible. Basically what he was saying is, you need to face the pain in your life, the very thing that I wasn't doing. And I know that's what you're not doing at the moment, and I've been coaching people for almost 11 years. I work with people, I understand psychology, the mind, behavioural patterns, people's fears, their potential, their good characters, their negative character traits, and a lot of this is about practicing moving forward when you don't feel like it. Let me give you some simple examples so I can really get you to understand this and you can apply it. You know that feeling, we've all been there, when we've gone on a date with someone that we really like and we're hoping that they feel the same way about us and they like us, but it turns out that unfortunately they don't like us and they don't want to see us again. And we've all been through that, men and women. It's not nice. I've been through it, and it hurts, and it makes you question yourself. You question, am I good enough? And you feel down, you feel sad, you can't stop thinking about that person. You might be upset for months, sometimes for years. We've all experienced that. And where most people go wrong, or where I used to go wrong, is they don't get back up. They don't pull themselves up and say, right, I'm hurting, but I'm not going to get bitter, I'm going to get better, I'm going to keep moving forward, and I'm going to find someone else, someone that does like me and someone that I'm compatible with. That's the teaching. That's what I'm asking you to do today. Another example, I remember when I was looking for jobs in my 20s, I was dying to get a job, a regular job. I was really nervous, I was really worried, I felt very insecure, very judged, didn't want to let my parents down, I wanted to make my own money, go out with my friends, have a regular job. And I was applying for jobs, I was going to a careers advisor, wasn't getting no response, guys and girls, and I was thinking, what's going on? All those voices started to kick in, oh, it's because you're not good enough, it's because you're not educated, you're not attractive enough, and they don't like you, there's someone better. I kept applying for jobs, and I wasn't getting anywhere, and I got really bitter, I got quite angry, and I threw the towel in and quit. And I just accepted this is my life. But after a while, it was so painful to just stay down defeated, living as a coward, not moving forward, and the pain doesn't go away. A lot of people think that if they avoid heartache, if they avoid hardship, if they avoid trying to be successful, they're going to escape pain. But you may escape pain temporarily, but in the long run you're in absolute agony. If I could explain that in a different way, so a lot of people, I've done it, they want love, but they're so frightened of being hurt in a relationship that they avoid love. They don't go into intimate relationships. They don't tell someone that they love them because they're so afraid that the person won't love them back, and they can't bear the thought and the feeling of being hurt and heartbroken. But they don't realise that by protecting themselves from love or an intimate relationship, as the years go on, it starts to break you down. You start hurting, you start getting depressed, you start to isolate, you start experiencing social anxiety. All these issues start coming because you're escaping something that we all need. We all need to experience love. That's what we're here for. And we're all frightened of it, but we can't go on that premise, oh, I'm scared because what if you're not going to live life then? So this is the mentality that you have to change. Same with going door to door. I hear different explanations that are both inspiring. A lot of people will start a sales job. I've done it on the phone or door to door. Of course, what always happens is you get crushed at the start, usually, unless you get lucky, and you get turned down. You knock on doors, no one wants to buy the product, no one's interested. Or you get on the phone, you do cold calling. I worked in a call centre, I was in my 20s. Nope, not interested. I was saying to the boss, no one's going to buy this. Like, I'm bothering these people. And most people throw the towel in and they quit. They quit when it gets difficult, and they quit when they feel pain. But successful people have something special about their mentality, their character. They're able to go further into that pain threshold, and that's where greatness happens. That's when all of a sudden, when you least expect it. You know, the older generation always said this, my mum, my dad, my lovely nan, my aunties, when I was complaining as a young man, I don't have a girlfriend, everyone's got a girlfriend, I don't have any love, it's not going to happen. They said it's going to happen when you least expect it. Now, I don't just interpret that as doing nothing. It means working hard, but when you work hard and you don't give up, things come when you don't expect it, because you're so focused on working hard. So you outwork the fear of pain and hurt and failure and disappointment by working hard, by saying, this is my goal, this is my dream. You can be honest, you can be humble and say, I'm afraid, because I've been afraid many times. You can own it in strength, say, I'm afraid to fail, I don't want to fail. I'm afraid of being hurt, I don't want to be hurt, but I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to, if I get hurt, it's going to motivate me even more. So you have to use the pain to motivate you if you want to be successful in relationships, in finances, in business, in anything that you want to achieve. If it's property, it could be absolutely anything. Inspiring people, teaching. You know, when I first started teaching, it wasn't easy. You know, I didn't get paid for it. I wasn't qualified. I had to learn everything by myself, pretty much, listening to Les Brown. But I kept working at it, and I was so passionate. And eventually I got my first paid client who paid me, and it gave me the confidence to start charging more, you know, getting better at what I did, and doing public talks. But it wasn't easy. My first public talk, I fell apart. I got nervous. I couldn't speak. I was stuttering. I was really frightened and awkward. And I could have gave in. I could have gave in to those voices that said, you're not good enough, quit, you're making a fool of yourself. But I didn't give in, because I knew if I gave in, I would be in absolute agony. The pain of regret would have ate my soul alive. So I set up another talk 2 weeks later, and I just consistently did public talks until I got really confident, and the fear went away, and I could speak and inspire people, and it gave me more confidence. So confidence comes from not giving up when you get high. I know it's not easy. So I'm not saying not to feel. You know, we all got feelings. That's fine. You can feel, you can mourn, you're human. But you have to keep moving forward. You have to work hard, and then you will overcome it. You'll be a better person for it, and you're going to achieve greatness in any area. We can apply. That's why I love these teachings, because it's not limited to, this could be for anything: boxing, sports, athleticism, writing, business, being a better person, being better at work. You know, getting an upgrade in work, a promotion, getting the right relationship, improving your finances, losing weight. You know, a lot of people do it on the weight loss journey. They start off, they get the diet books, they get the motivation, they're so passionate, they're committed to it. Great, they get down the gym, they start losing a few pounds, brilliant. They celebrate too easy, they get complacent, and they give up, they put the weight back on. It's so common with diets. They don't stick at it. When it gets difficult, they throw the towel in. I honestly believe that life, I believe God, you could call it people, I believe it tests us to see how bad we want things, and also to humble us in the process, so we don't become arrogant, so we respect other people, and we really appreciate the things that we want by developing our character. And it's easier said than done. It's almost like saying, can you be kind to people when people are not being kind to you? When life isn't going the way you want, can you still try, even though you're burning, you're stressed, you're angry, to still be nice to someone? If you can do that, you can achieve greatness. Because what I'm asking you to do is an exercise of character. Whether you're knocking on doors in a business, whether you're looking for the right relationship, whether it's YouTube, whether it's podcasting, it doesn't matter what it is, business, losing weight. If you can be hungry and not give up and be focused and even be thankful. I've done this many times. I've actually said, you know what, God, I'm not going to complain, man. Thank you, God. Thank you for giving me health. Thank you for giving me this determination. I'm going to take it. Life is kicking my ass. Financially, my ass is getting kicked right now. I don't have the relationship I want. I'm getting defeated. I'm trying every day, feels like ground day. I'm not going to complain, because the last time I'd done that, it didn't solve my problems. I'm going to say thank you in gratitude, and I'm going to be hungry. I'm going to study. I'm going to learn. I'm going to humble myself. And every time I've had that attitude, guys and girls, I've always achieved greatness. It might not come come straight away? Patience. Patience is a virtue. So people often are not patient with the pain. The pain of waiting for the right relationship, the pain of waiting for the breakthrough in your business and your finances, the pain of I'm not losing weight, I'm putting in the work, the diet, my physique's not changing. Patience, hard work, drive. And if you can change your attitude and not have a victim mentality and be thankful for what you've got now, you will achieve greatness. More will be added to you. So hard work, moving forward. And I'm telling you, everything will be better. Relationships, your relationships will be better because of the character and the development of confidence and self-esteem. And as I said, anyone can do this. There's no excuses. You're not too old. It's never too late. And as Les Brown says, you don't have to be great to get started, but you've got to get started to become great. And I love his saying, if you land on your back, because life will knock all of us down, make sure you can look up, because if you can look up, you can get up, get back up. Tyson Fury done it against Wilder. The whole world loved it. Even if you're not into boxing, it's a metaphor for getting back up when life gets hard and you want to stay down. It's so tempting to stay down and give up and be defeated. And I know the first 15 years of my life, guys and girls, I was a coward. I was pessimistic. I had a bad attitude. I had a good heart. People tried to encourage me. I didn't take responsibility. I was immature. I didn't listen to my parents. I suffered immense pain until I decided I've got to change. I need to change my attitude, because my attitude is my gratitude. And when I started to change, I become the confidence, the success. Success comes knocking at your door and people will respect you. You will create more opportunities when you stop complaining. And if you can say thank you, if you can get excited by the disappointment, if you can be grateful in gratitude when you're getting your ass kicked, you're going to be successful. Failure is temporary for those that don't give up. Failure is feedback, and fear is, as you know, false evidence appearing real. So these things are not permanent and they're not personal. You can easily do that and say, why is this happening to me? It always happens to me. It's like, no, this happens to millions of people. It's called life. And as Les Brown said, we can't get out of life alive. But while we're here, I want to live full, die empty. Great words of Les Brown. You can hear what Les Brown done to me, which is why I'm thankful. He inspired me. When I was in my 20s, he reached me at a time where I was unreachable. My parents couldn't reach me, my friends, I was in so much pain, denial, my attitude wasn't great, and that's why I didn't achieve anything. I didn't put myself out there. I gave up too easy, I gave in too easy. I didn't stick things out. So stick things out, whatever you're trying to achieve, even if you don't believe it right now. You don't have to believe in yourself all the time, 100%, but you need to keep working hard. And when you work hard, you start to believe in yourself. The more you work, the better you feel. The better you feel, the more you believe in yourself. And the more you believe in yourself, and the harder you work, the easier success will come knocking at your door, whatever it is. And that's why I love this teaching, because it's applicable in absolutely any area. Weight loss, diet, finances, relationships, communication skills, podcasting, traveling, producing, singing, writing, boxing, sports, athleticism. It's a mindset, and it's a heart set, and it's a spiritual thing on the inside. It's all these things, and everyone can do it. It's available. It doesn't discriminate. You've got to have the guts to do it, and you have to make a choice to stick in when every part of you wants to give up. And I'm going to leave it with this story because I'm grateful. I learnt this in the first chapter of my life, but I'll be honest with all of you, and I'm so grateful. Where I learnt this was from being successful and falling. I had a mental health breakdown in 2017 at age 34. I was on top of the world in my early 30s. I had a great period. I achieved just unbelievable, more than I could ever expect. But I was young, I was naive, I made some mistakes. I let some of this success get to my head, other challenges which were outside my control, a death in family, losing relationships, things caught up with me from the past, and I broke down. I was in a mental hospital. I had no money. I squandered all my savings due to poor money management and a lack of experience of managing money. I was good at making it. Pushed all my relationships away. I was unwell. I was on medication. I literally thought my life is over. The first couple of days in hospital, I cried like a baby. I sobbed like a baby. I was so frightened. I got a copy, I asked them for a copy of the St. James's Bible. I started to read the Bible for strength, get back into my faith. I was just desperate for help. After a couple of days in, I started to feel better. I accepted that I was defeated, but I made a plan to come back. And the tools that I learned in that experience are invaluable. And this is what I learned. This is what I learned from being successful, falling, breaking down, and every part of me wanted to give up. And I gave up for a while. I was on medication, I wasn't working, I was on welfare, I couldn't work. I lost all my confidence, I was like a child, I was paranoid, I was broken, I was meek, I was vulnerable. But something in me, I believe God helped me, my faith, my family are great, a couple of people, and some of the experiences that I had prior to the breakdown was success, my life experiences, people I've been around, praying, just, you know, people that helped me in there. My spirit wouldn't give up. My humanness quit, my mind quit, my emotions quit, but my spirit wouldn't give up. And now I'm in the best place that I've ever been, and I'm not on medication. I'm 30 pounds lighter. I think I'm a little bit better looking. Some of you might not agree. I'm sure my mum would agree, but I feel great. I'm almost 40. I'm more humble. I'm more driven. I want to make a bigger impact on people more than I did before. I'm loving what I'm doing. I appreciate being here today doing this video, and I know what people can do. People don't realize what they can do until they have to do it. I was forced to use tools that I never knew that I had, and these tools are work ethic, the human spirit, hard work, dedication, no excuses, no jealousy, not blaming anyone, full accountability, full responsibility, and being grateful in the challenges. And that's how you work your way back into a good place and be successful in any area of life. It's a character, it's in everyone, but it takes courage to use it. So I don't want anyone to go through a mental breakdown to learn what I learned. That's not what it's about. I want you to take something. It is a pleasure for me that other people can benefit from my initial suffering, which has been a blessing, because the best things have come in my life from going through the breakdown, not despite it. Even before was great, on a different level. I wouldn't have this confidence. I wasn't strong enough. I was too insecure. My faith, being humbled, being just literally reduced to rock bottom. Just thinking my life is over. I didn't think I was ever going to get out. I was frightened to death. My childhood fears came true, being locked up in a mental hospital, and the feeling that they might never let me out. I might go mad. I'm never going to be well again. I'm never going to make money. I'm not going to be with my family again. I'm not going to have a great relationship. But with praying, I overcame those demons, and I knew that I was going to come out, and I got the help. I recovered. It was a hard road back, and I'm glad it was hard. You know why? Because I value it, and I'm able to make videos and teachings like this and reach more and more people around the world. So thank you for listening. I appreciate it, and let me know in the box below if this video has helped. Like, share, subscribe. I make videos regularly. I do confidence coaching for people that are committed to achieving goals, overcoming anxiety, social anxiety and fear. I'll see you in the next video. Appreciate it. Bye.